Alright, so in today's quick tip, I am going to show you this blues lick, which is absolutely on fire, and it's really going to get the crowd going and get your band members' ears perked up. All right, so let's get into this lick. First of all, we're going to end up playing 16th note triplets, but we're going to start by just playing regular triplets first, okay? So there are basically two parts to this lick. We start with the F and the A, to the C, to the G, then we come down to the E flat and the G, to the C and the G. This is basically like a C7 chord with a sus4 in there, and then it kind of brings in that minor third, right? The minor feel of the blues, the major minor, right? A lot of this is also built off of that blues scale as well. Remember that. Okay? So what we're doing is we're breaking this pattern into triplets. Triplet, triplet. And notice what it says here. Play this left hand part right here. Play that G right there with the left hand thumb. Okay? You want to make sure that you're playing it soft. You want to also make sure that you're grabbing at these notes. If you haven't seen my quick tip on jazz piano technique where I talk about grab, then go ahead and take a look at that. Triplet, triplet, triplet. So let's break this down nice and slow. Triplet, 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 triplet. And all I'm doing is I'm vocalizing the triplet by saying triplet, right? All of that vocalization method is found at Jazzedge Academy. Triplet, 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 triplet. Try it with me. Triplet, triplet, triplet. And you don't have to do a lot of motion with the left hand. I'm kind of doing too much motion right now. You can just keep that left hand right there. Triplet. See how I'm grabbing in? You want to make sure you're not going to do this. Right? The thumb is too hard right there, right? So the thumb needs to be soft. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to practice that and get that as fast as you can. But we're going to start with triplets first, and let's just play that triplet feel over the blues. Find that you're getting off from the drums, and by the way, this iReal Pro track will be in the quick tips area so you can download it. If you find that you're getting off from the drums, this might help you. Remember that the beginning part of the triplet is beat 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really, if you take a look at this, it's this, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplet, 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 triplet. So you can start by doing that. Triplet, triplet. Say the triplet, right? Triplet, 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 triplet. All right, we'll talk about the G in just a second. All right, and then for anyone that's wondering, like, really, why are you going down to E flat on the C? Because again, it's pulling off of that blues scale. Could I go down to the E natural? Absolutely. It's just going to give it a different feel. All right. So that's where we start first. We start with that triplet feel first. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to now move this into 16th note triplets. You're going to look at that and that may be like, yikes, that's a little bit too much for my eyes to handle. Don't worry. It's basically taking what you just played here and doing it twice as fast. That's all that's happening. So it's... Right? And again, if we take a look at, to kind of test ourselves, this is where the downbeat is now. Okay? So every time I hit that F and A, that's a downbeat. 2, 3, 4, 1. Let me slow it down. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? So now we're going to put on the iReal Pro track and we're going to try playing that. All right, so let's hear it up to tempo more. Now, the beauty of iReal Pro is that you can slow this down. So like, let's say I'll take this down to maybe 70. Now remember, when you start slowing this down, you're going to feel more of that swing feel. Like, listen to the bass here. Now, what's important to remember is that this rhythm is straight. You don't swing this. These 16th note triplets are played straight. You're not gonna, it goes too fast. You can't swing it. So you have that straight rhythm that's going to be playing over this swung rhythm, right? That's going to be playing much slower, the bass line I'm talking about. So just be careful about that. Use this as your key. If you want to accent that top note, the beat, I went down to F there. You go up as well. You could play it up here as well, and you could also reverse the lick. See how it? So go from here, then up to there. Doesn't matter. You don't have to go down. You can go. You can switch midstream. Right? So you can switch midstream going up or down, whichever one you want. All right? So a lot of fun, that 16th note triplets, right? And like I said, when I went to the F chord, I just moved my thumb down to F. Why? Just because if I'm playing a bass line here, or the bass player's playing and I'm playing a G right above that F, it might sound a little bit tense. So going to an F or an A is going to sound better, right? So now what about the G? When I play this on the G, right, some of these notes might really conflict with the bass line. So in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to alter the notes of this so it's going to fit more in line with a G chord. So what did I do? I just took the whole thing up an octave. So rather than these, I'm just going here. And again, like I said, you can go up if you want or down. Doesn't really matter. The G is staying right there. So really the only two notes that the thumb is playing in the left hand, or that you're playing in the left hand, you could also use your second finger if that feels more comfortable, is the G and the F. See, like when I go to the F, I can use that second finger. I think the thumb is probably going to be more comfortable, so you'll probably be better off moving the thumb, okay? All right, so anyway, let's do this over the G now. Now let's add in that iReal Pro track, and what we're going to do is we're just going to loop those two measures right there. Whoops. Again, a little bit more up to tempo here. And again, I say up to tempo, but you can really do whatever tempo you want. See, I switch the direction. Find that switching the direction like that actually works out a little bit better for your fingers and your hand. It might feel a little bit more comfortable. I also want you to remember that you don't have to play these 16th note triplets to get this cool sound. Even doing the regular triplets is going to give you a really cool sound over the blues, right? If you're used to like, right, you're used to like playing some simple blues stuff like that, or like, all the typical, trope blues licks that are out there. If you're used to playing that, doing something like this is going to really perk up the ears of the people around you, both the audience and your band members. All right, so the last thing I want to show you is how you can use this to improvise over the entire form. This is a great way, especially at the end of your solo, to build up some great intensity. So let's actually build up some intensity here. We'll bring this up to 100 now, right? What I'll do is I'll start with the last 4 measures, and it's going to go to the beginning, and you're going to see how I'm going to use that lick over the entire 12 bars. Whoops, let's do that again. End of your solo. I'm telling you, you do that at the end of your solo, and people are going to be whooping and hollering for you, because that's going to really build up that intensity of your improvisation. All right, so anyway, hope you enjoyed this quick tip. Do me a favor, leave a comment below. Let me know, do you like this? Do you want more licks like this? Do you want more stuff like this? The more you comment, then I know what it is you're looking for. If you want the practice actions where I break all of this down for you step by step, go ahead back to Jazzedge Academy and the quick tips. And as always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next quick tip.